Hello, cats and kittens. MamaCatGamer here with another adventure through Eorzea with Gavtia. And we are in the Shadowbringers expansion, so we're actually not going through Eorzea right at the moment. We're going through the first. Apologies, my voice still isn't recovered from the bad cold bronchitis sinus thing that I had a couple weeks ago. It's probably going to take me another couple weeks for the voice to recover. I had COVID a few years back and coughed for so long that I had a severe laryngitis, and I think it's been kind of damaged since then. So anytime I get a cold, I get this laryngitis back. So at some point, I'll probably have to go to an ENT doc to get it looked at, but there's not a whole lot we can do about it at the moment. So let me make sure the stream is going okay for us. Oh, there we are. All right. Bear with me if I don't see chat right away. Because I have to kind of monitor things on my phone. And it's out of my line of sight a little bit. I look down every now and then to make sure I don't have anything new there. But if I miss something, you know, just let me know. And we'll get it figured out. All right. Today we are going to do Summoner Job Quest, because I have an existential crisis. I don't know if it's eggy or edgy. One of these days I really have to look that up and find out. If any of you lore mavens have insight on that, let me know. Oh, there's Principia. One last challenge remains. Pray, win through this trial, lest the higher knowledge I hoard remain lost. Yamitra says she has an announcement regarding the final challenge. Time has come, Gav. Prin is ready to administer the final trial. Principia says, yes, your third challenge is at hand, Master. I shall be glad to at last share the wisdom that has long lain dormant within my pages. Yamitra says, thus far, we've had evaluations of raw power and refinement of skill. What, then, will this third challenge seek to test? Principia says, that I cannot tell you. It's like you, who knew that a book could be a tease? Cannot or will not? I do not keep this detail from you for the sake of my own amusement. It must be secret. Were you aware of the test's purpose, such knowledge would unfairly affect its outcome. Yamitra's going, all right. What I will tell you, however, is that this trial requires conditions that are akin to an actual battlefield. As such, I must ask that you call fellow summoners to your side and arrange a location where you might join hands against the most realistic primal threat. Yamitra says, well, this ought to be welcome news for Captain Wolf. I shall see if his acolytes are available. Greetings, this is Yamitra. Yamitra of the Sons of St. Koinak. I have a favor to ask. Well, Captain Wolf was more than eager to accept our request. He even offered to arrange exclusive use of a section of Seal Rock. It seems there will be an airship waiting in Ul'dah to fly us to the island. Shall we rendezvous at the landing once you are prepared then? Yeah. Principia says, this will be the final and most grueling challenge. Pray, ready yourself, Master, that you are not reduced to so much gruel. It's grueling, but we don't want to be gruel. Alright. Does he have anything else for us? This will be the final and most grueling challenge. Pray ready yourself, Master, that you are not reduced to so much gruel. Make for Ul'dah when you are ready, Gav. There will be an airship waiting to take us to Seal Rock. Okay. If you have not unlocked, just since we're in the area, if you have not unlocked your sightseeing log, Millith Ironheart is the one you talk to. Alright, every now and then you can visit this Jonathas, Master of the Rolls, because you'll pick up achievement points as you go along, or achievement certificates. And he has items for sale for you. Not a lot, you know. I've had enough achievement certificates that I've bought every single item on this list here. It's got some nice little orchestrion rolls. You can get an inquire within. A commissioned oil painting of realm-renowned agent of inquiry Hildebrand and his faithful assistant Nashu Makaraka. Original artist unknown. I think I already have one. It'd be nice if they put some more items on there, but I don't know if they're going to. Alright, let us away to Ul'dah. I go to the airship landing. Here's Ymitra and Principia. I don't know about you, Cav, but my nerves are beginning to get the best of me. Captain Wolf and the others have already landed on Seal Rock, so let us not delay the challenge any further. Who could that be? Oh. Summoner Judge Saman? How might I... Pardon? By whom? Lieutenant, can you hear me? Blast, the call was cut off, Gav. Our immortal colleagues are under attack. Gav's going, what? The situation sounds dire indeed. All the summoners are crippled by injuries, and Captain Wolf alone fights to keep the foe at bay. Our planned battle has become rather more real than we anticipated. We'd best explain matters to the pilot and arrange a rescue party. Alright. Ambushed, you say? Understood. I'll put in a call for reinforcements. My ship is ready to depart now, if you are. Shall we go in ahead? Oh, yeah. Do we ever say no? Duty calls. We got our solo duty here. Commence battle for an existential crisis. Level sync is in effect. If you are above the max allowed level, it will be synced as follows. Level 67. I'm going to give myself a food buff real quick here. Ambushed, you say. Understood. I shall put in a call for reinforcements, but my ship is ready to depart now, if you are. Shall we go in ahead? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Are we ever going to say no? Duty calls. Commence battle for an existential crisis. Level sync is in effect. If you are above the maximum allowed level, it will be synced as follows. Level 67. I am level 65, so I'm a little bit under. We'll see how it goes. And hello, everyone. Follow me, Gav. It should be over this way. I'll make sure my carbuncle is summoned. What are those things? Are you alright? I'll live, I think. The others, we became separated. His wounds are not too serious. Come, Gav, we mustn't tarry. Are these eggy? I've never seen their like. Ooh, that's kind of cool looking. I don't know how to play this particular Ooh, there's a big eggy. It's kind of a cool looking area, actually. Another survivor located. The wounds appear grievous. We must treat these at once. Prin, can you, apply pressure? Yeah, I'm gonna sit on him with my book. We were completely overmatched. The captain, he drew them away. Principia says, we shall tend to the injured. Go with haste, master. Okay. Gotta rescue the summoners. Off-center summoner. You're with Bahamut's power, are you? Yes, yes it is. Uh-oh. We gotta stand in that. Oh my. I am not sure about the rotation. Uh-oh. On this. My goal is to keep him away from Dancing Wolf here. Doesn't take any more damage than he needs to. I think we got to keep him alive. Oh my god, look at all these things. Alright, yeah, we did it! Hey, better. I sound like crap, but I feel better. Anomalous potential confirmed. Commencing scan. Latent ethereal capacity. Immeasurable. It's because it's our cat power. Standard parameters exceeded. Reinitializing system. What? He wants to go another round, says Dancing Wolf. Who is this dude? Master, sorry. How have you come to be here? Master, says Ymitra. Surely you do not mean that sorry. Ah, Principia, they have awoken you. This should suffice. What did you do to Prin? The construct is unharmed. I simply added another layer of security. Do not disappoint me, Summoner. I will be waiting. I'm not sure if that smile is friendly or not. How odd. The way he vanished was almost as if... Thal's teeth, what was that all about? We will discuss this back in Ul'dah after we've seen to the wounded. Let's see. Whoops, sorry. Dini says, I felt Thal's hand on my shoulder for a moment there, but Miss Ymitra's magics brushed it away. Thank you for coming to our rescue. Jajasamu says, that bloke called up an army all by himself, and I'm pretty sure some of them weren't edgy. I didn't know that kind of thing was even possible. Crispin says, "It was like to a nightmare. What manner of summoner can command so many Aggie at once?" Ymitra says, "Summoner Denise was gravely wounded. Had we arrived but a step or two later." Did the elite flyer have anything? "I thank you for saving my comrades. Your decisive action carried the day." Dancing Wolf says, "You arrived in the nick of time, Gav. Thanks to you, my soldiers survived that ambush, and they'll be fit for duty again after a bit of rest." Crispin says, "Aye. You have our gratitude. If you hadn't plunged into the fray like that, we almost certainly would have perished." Judge Asama says, You said that bastard was Master Sari, didn't you? A summoner of ancient Alec? Did the mages have some way of coming back to life?" Dancing Wolf says, "All right, Lieutenant, let's not jump to conclusions." And he says, "Well, he was wielding summoning magics unlike aught we've ever seen before. Maybe Prin has some idea." Ymitra says, "I'll be sure to ask. Come, Gav, let us return to Gridania." Did Dancing Wolf have anything else? Ymitra surprised me once before with her cunning, but I knew in my gut that ambush was no part of her agenda. It was too sudden, too brutal. Even worse, we're not even sure of who our foe actually was. Anything new? No. Okay. Let's go back to New Gridania. I like how they have these little glowing eyes on here. Those are cute. I need to put some Halloween decorations up in my house. Principia says, "What misfortune that such an incident should occur on the cusp of your final challenge." Ymitra says, "Well, what was meant to be Gav's final trial was certainly testing, to say the least. Tell me, Prin, what makes you so sure that that was Master Sari?" Principia says, "Based upon the evidence at hand, there can be no doubt. The vocal and ethereal signatures were identical to those exhibited by my creator. The only aspect that gives me pause is his behavior. Master Sari was never one to offer harm to others with such callous indifference." Ymitra says, I would say there's a larger inconsistency to consider here, Prin. Your creator supposedly died several thousand years ago." Principia says, "There is one other possibility. The greatest minds of Alag unlocked a science known as cloning, by which they could artificially create a replicant of a living being. Seal Rock is, after all, a construction of the Allagan Empire. Assuming the individual you battled was indeed a clone of Master Sari, then my senses would recognize no appreciable difference." An exact copy of the original person. "'Twould explain much," says Ymitra, "but the very thought of it is horrifying." "Oh, and did he not tamper with your enchantments? Are you truly unharmed?" "My faculties are undimmed, but the wisdom I was to impart to Master has been sealed behind an arcane lock. I can do nothing, only my creator holds the key." We're going, whoa. Ymitra says, "Then your secrets are lost to us. If only Gav had been able to attempt that third challenge." "Attempt? Master has already passed it." "Allow me to explain. The third challenge is a test of the summoner's nature. Thus does the trial require the presence of companions and a realistic threat. Master Sari's ambush did, of course, bring an unexpected dimension to the proceedings. Yet Master leapt to the aid of his fellow summoners without hesitation and braved considerable danger to see that they were safely rescued. Selfless acts that more than qualify Master as a worthy successor. Ymitra says, I had wondered why power and skill were not sufficient. Sari wished to see his teachings passed on to summoners of noble heart. Principia says, correct. He could not countenance the idea that such knowledge might be put to evil ends. Now you understand why his display of violence so confused me. Ymitra says, aye, and all the more reason to suspect an impostor. But whatever this man's identity may be, we will track him down and make him remove that seal. Your purpose is too important. Principia says, and I will assist you in any way I can. The Master Sari that made me would not stand to see his memory profaned with such wickedness. Ymitra says, well said, Prin. For an enchanted stack of ink and parchment, you have an impressively developed moral compass. Principia says, I possess neither morals nor a compass. I merely followed my unspelled directions to guide worthy summoners. If I give the impression of such characteristics, then mayhap I am overstepping my bounds as a familiar. Ymitra says, no, you're fine, Prin. Forget I mentioned it. Ymitra adds, I will see if I can unearth more detailed records of Master Sari. Mayhap the story of his later life will aid us in unraveling this present mystery. Okay. Principia have anything else? What misfortune that such an incident should occur on the cusp of your final challenge. Off the record, it will be available at level 68. So we got a little over 2.5 levels to get to. Alright. But we had some exciting tidings going on in Crystarium. So let's switch back to Samurai. We're gonna head to the Crystarium. We left you hanging in Rak'tika Falls trying to find Y'shtola, who used flow to disappear into the ethereal sea to kind of survive. I'm going to go over to Fan now. Alright, we're supposed to use the ethereal lamp to find a location that resonates with the live stream. And you know, of course, what's this suit up thing? Deliver the archer's raiments to the archers at boat rest. Okay. And of course, you know, Emmett Selk's not going to help us do any of this. We'll deliver the raiments first. I was half expecting these little shrubby things to start moving. We've discovered a new location. Key-eyed archer says, "Oh, what a sight. It is not often we see so vaunted a hero as yourself in this remote area. What do you need from me?" "Well, we're bringing you some clothes." "Our new attire? Wonderful. Indeed, the fabric and design are everything I made them out to be. This will aid us greatly. The leather is made from the skin of rails and is unsurpassed in quality. They are bestowed upon all who come of age and complete the rites. The particulars of said rites, well, best save that for another time, lest I give you nightmares." "An outsider, come from the village. How did you... Let me give you these clothes." "Ah, Heimat spoke of you, an ally of Rak'tika, yes. Welcome to Bow Rest. This outpost serves dual purposes. Here we keep watch for any who would intrude on our home, and also for beasts that would feed it. We must stay ever alert so that our arrows strike true." Sharp-eyed archer. "I did not expect an ally of Rak'tika to come to Bow Rest. What brings you here?" "Dropping off your clothes." "Oh, of course. Heimat said someone would be delivering these to us. They are made specially for archers and will not impede our movements as stiffer material does. Every so often invaders will come clad in steel from head to toe. However, their overconfidence makes them blind. Every defense has an opening, and that is where we take aim." Yep. They're not wrong. I'm gonna be lazy and go back to Fan Al and turn this in. She did it again. She needs to stop the magic. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's Emmett Selk's fun. He's so snarky. "Unless you have kept one for yourself, I see your deliveries are complete. Thank you. Although I told them you were coming, I imagine it was entirely different. I imagine it was an entirely different thing to actually speak with you. It shall not be long until you are accepted as one of our own. May we work together again, ally of Rak'tika." All right. All right. We have to go south anyway, so... I always feel like I'm gonna fall off these edges here. I don't know, has anybody ever fallen off the edge? Like, do you die instantly? I think I want to go south and pick up that, on second thought, I think I'm going to go talk to the dude here. Tell me we have to be up top. The blind forest of Ixmaya. The lamp flows faintly. The lamp glows warmly. I remember right, it was like over here by an edge or something. Glows warmly. We're getting closer. It still glows warmly. Faintly. Brightly. The lamplight is near blinding. Perhaps now would be a good time to call for Emmett Selk. There is never a good time to call for Emmett Selk. Never. They're walking quite slowly.
Yes, this place should serve well enough. Might I have a little space? I need to concentrate.
Thancred's look. It's like, I don't trust this guy for one moment. Side-eyed stare. It's great.
Now then, what color was her soul again?
It was a mauvey shade of pinky russet.
Ah, there you are.
Did anybody think to bring a blanket for this poor woman?
He's done it. He's brought her back. Y'shtola, are you all right?
Yes, though I cannot imagine how. What happened?
Thou didst invoke the power of flow, which thence did usher thy soul unto the life stream.
Okay, Eorzea said there, you used the spell flow and that, threw your soul into the life stream.
I wanted to save the antidote, and after that... I did something exceedingly reckless, for which you will just have to forgive me.
Master Matoya! Oh, thank the heavens you're all right. I had nearly given up hope.
Oh, Runar.
Please, Runar, dry your tears. What would the others think if they saw you like this? Come now. Did you really think I would go gently into that dark night with so much left undone? So many mysteries left unsolved.
The go gently into that dark night is actually a reference to a poem, which is a really, really great poem. Do not go gently into that dark night.
Is there aught you wish to say to me? A word of thanks, perhaps?
Thancred's look at him. It's like, F you, man. Just F you. After all you put us through.
Emmet Selk, the Ascian of whom I spoke. 'Twas he who plucked thee from the livestream.
I see. Thank you. Differences notwithstanding, you saved my life, and for that I am grateful. But let us turn our attention to more important matters, such as the Katana Ravel.
So yeah, Emmett Selk's going, see, was that so very difficult?
You had better not have explored its depths without me.
Heavens no, in fact I was awaiting your return, or I wouldn't have known where to start, or I'll tell you after you've got some rest. Let her guess.
Well, Almet and the others should be pleased to see you in such uncharacteristically high spirits. Let us return to Fanoff then, and discuss the coming expedition.
Hey, we're all gonna nod, yes. Oh, what does Emmett have to say to us? What a touching reunion that was. It fair brought a tear to the eye. Sure it did, Emmett. But as we both know, such tender moments are nothing if not momentary. Before long, they will remember their many differences and return to squabbling. So we can say, you're wrong, they're better than that, or says the Archbringer of Chaos. Let's do the latter. Flattery will get you nowhere, dear boy. But seriously, we Ascians do what we do for the greater good, for the rejoining. Though we may sow the seeds of chaos, it is man who tends them, he who reaps their bountiful harvest. But I grow tired of these arguments. If you would kindly refrain from retorting and return to your customary brooding silence, I will take it as thanks for rescuing your companion and leave it at that. Now, we mustn't keep your friends waiting. Return to our customary brooding. Alright. Let's go on up. Can't tell which one they're at. Oh, let's see what these all have to say. Loimet. The Eomoran soldiers are unlike anything I've ever seen. Their leader, especially, to outpace even our swiftest hunters. He is not to be taken lightly. No, he's not. Loimet says, with your friend returned, you will resume your exploration of the ruins, yes? But say the word and we shall assist you. Simon says it was fate who brought you to us and fate who returned your companion to you. She yet smiles on Ranka, I am sure of it. Almet says, we are both gladdened and relieved to see your companion returned hale and whole. Angler's just kind of standing there with his arms crossed. Though I struggled to form the words, I'm glad that Emmett Selk was here. He just shrugs, like, we can but pray Y'shtola never does anything so reckless again. It's like, you know, but she probably will. Minfilia says, Eorzea once told me that being immersed in the live stream can cause irreparable harm to the body. Do you suppose Y'shtola is all right? Maybe, maybe not. Runar says, by all that is dark, Master Matoya has returned. She stands here before me, yet still I cannot believe it. I think Runar is in love with her. Eorzea says, in all of history, there are but few who have returned from a misadventure in the ethereal sea, possessed of mind and body both. To have done so twice beggareth belief. 'Tis plain Y'shtola wanted not for favor among the 12. So he's saying, you know, in all of history, very few have returned from the ethereal sea. And to say that she's done it not once but twice is unbelievable. So it's plain Y'shtola is blessed by the 12. See what snarky thing Emmett Selk has for us. I told you. I tire of these inane arguments. Shouldn't you be getting ready to slay the next Light Warden or something? Yeah, probably. My apologies for having put you all through such an ordeal. I could see no other way to save the Knights Blessed. Happily, both they and I yet live. Thanks to you. But our work here is not yet done. We must make ready to enter the Katana Ravel and put the Light Warden to the sword. Tell me, what has happened since our encounter with the Eomorans? Does he have anything new? Does he have anything new? Thancred? No. Emmett? No, nothing new. Okay. The entrance to the Katana Ravel lies open, and Almet would see you on your way. With the Eomorans gone and your companion now returned, I think it best you go now before they can regroup. With magic flowing once more through the Great Pyramid of Uxnar, the entrance to the Katana Ravel should now be open. Yep. Y'shtola says, before we leave, Eorzea, did you discover anything that may suggest the Light Warden hides elsewhere? Eorzea says, nay. Though we had but little time before the Eomoran's most unwelcome arrival, we scoured the nearby environs and spoke once more with the one called Kirill. So he's saying no. We only had a little bit of time before the Eomoran's unpleasant arrival, and we scoured the nearby, environs and spoke once more with Kirill. Having hearkened to her tale, it is my judgment that the Sin Eater which her late mother did espy was indeed the being we seek, and that it most likely resided in the vicinity of the Rak'tika Falls. Okay. So we listened to her story, and so it's my judgment that the Sin Eater that her mother did see was definitely the one we're looking for, and it's most likely in the vicinity of the Rak'tika Falls. In the absence of any subsequent sighting, I have no reason to believe our quarry hath sought out a new sanctuary. Sorry, guys. In the absence of any subsequent sighting, I have no reason to believe our quarry hath sought out a new sanctuary. And given the considerable difficulty we face in reaching the falls, we may be certain it hath not been disturbed by man. In the absence of any other sightings, I don't believe our quarry has gone anyplace else for sanctuary, and given the considerable difficulty we face reaching the falls, we could be certain it hasn't been disturbed by man. Y'shtola says, then our course is clear. Y'shtola says, we must navigate the Kitana Ravel and make for Rak'tika Falls. Almed says, though you see it as but another obstacle to be navigated, the Kitana Ravel is the oldest and most sacred of our temples. The accumulated knowledge of the Empire is said to reside within. Knowledge that is rightly yours as allies of Ronka. You are welcome to explore. Y'shtola says, I fully intend to survey every ilm of it once our mission is complete. Rimet says, were the Emperor still alive, he would be overjoyed to hear you say so. But I must warn you, though the way is open, it will still be heavily guarded. Simet says, to discourage trespassers and test the worth of our allies. It had to be so. Be careful in there. Yav's going, yep, we will. Helmet says, head east and you will find the path of azure flowers leading to the Ravel. I wish you safe passage through its halls. Lunar says, Master Matoya, I know I cannot dissuade you from going, so please promise me you will return safely. The Knights Blessed need you. I think somebody else needs her too. You need not worry, Runar. I shall return and bring with me a long-awaited gift, one the Knights Blessed will treasure now and forevermore. Now, let us away. All right. Anybody else have anything to say? Runar, see that you take good care of Master Matoya, and may the shadows keep you. Okay. Almet says, travel east along the path of azure flowers. The Kitana Ravel is not far. Simet? Need not worry about the Eomorans while you're inside. Should they return, we will be ready. Oimet says, the Kitana Ravel is said to be fiercely guarded. Please, be careful. Emmet Selk, lest you doubt, I won't be helping you do battle with the Light Warden. To accompany you thus is quite taxing enough. Now, if you've no further questions... are there any other Asians here in the first, or actually I don't. Let's ask this one. Knowledge is power. Not a single one. Happily, I am quite content to mingle with the masses, and even if I did crave the company of my own kind, one might say we're understaffed at present. Gav taken out 2 of them at least. There are no strict rules governing how we work, though that has not been without its consequences. In the beginning, we were each responsible for a shard and free to do as we wished. But Eorzea's impetuous temperament showed us the folly in that, in light of her failings, we took to work in tandem as the situation demanded. Neutron and Logriff were supposed to take care of the first, of course. Alas, they were slain by the champions of this realm shortly before the flood. Expendable though they were, I found them quite useful. But that is a tale for another time. It's like, really? You found your friends expendable? Wow. This looks like it might be another Ether quest. Stand on ceremony. Yep. Laniel would bestow blessings upon you. Gavtia, the esteemed guest of whom I have heard so much. My name is Laniel, Master of Rites. It is an honor to meet you. As I understand it, you will soon be leaving to the Kitana Ravel, is that right? Then the Emperor's wishes will soon be fulfilled. A comforting thought, for with each passing year, more and more of our hunters are lost to the Eaters. We were never a particular fecund people. Now it is nigh impossible to sustain our numbers. But we will not be driven from our homes, our way of living. So long as the trees of the Greatwood stand, so too shall the V's. And to renew our union with the forest, we will be holding a small ceremony wherein we offer prayers to the gods. Would you honor us by serving as witness to this petition to the gods? Yes, very good. I should mention the ceremony is not a formal affair. In fact, it can be quite lively. But for a hardened warrior such as you, it should prove no trouble at all. When you are ready, travel north to the Morning Stars and speak with my student, Fina. Fina? She will explain the rites. Are there any more here we need to take care of? I don't see any more blue quests. Let's go north and do that. Just so we can keep up with those. I shudder to think what lively means. Oh, that's the wrong way. That's not the way I wanted to go. That's where we gotta go for our next quest, of course. Not sure how we get down there. Gonna eat some more food just in case the lively means fighting. Siuna says, no, we're busy. Okay. What business brings you to the Morning Stars? And you accepted. This is such an honor. Thank you for coming. Goodness, where are my manners? My name is Fina. A pleasure to meet you, and this is my sister. Siuna, how do you do? Are you certain this is wise? I realize he's an ally of our people, but the ceremony is not meant for outsiders. Fina says, we cannot go against Master Laniel's wishes. Besides, we may never again have such an opportunity. Siuna says, if you insist. Now, let us tell you about the ceremony. As Master Laniel has likely already explained, we will renew our bond with the Greatwood through prayer. To ensure our prayers reach to the gods, however, we must first beseech the spirits of the forest for aid. Once summoned, we must prove ourselves worthy through combat. How did we know? How did we know? Only then will our prayers be delivered unto the heavens. As witness to the rites, it is up to you to do battle with the spirits. If you are still willing, of course. Oh yeah, of course. Wonderful, this will be a ceremony to be remembered. Shall we begin then? Close your eyes and we will attempt to draw forth the spirit with our prayers. O gods of the Greatwood, bringers of bounty and wisdom, we call to you now to renew our vows. For the strength to protect these lands, to be the shield that guards against the accursed light, we seek comfort with your children, the spirits of the wood, to prove to you our worth. By the gods! The spirits are of opposing forces, fire and ice, a terrible omen. Our prayers were enough to suppress their strength, but we cannot cast them out alone. Please, you must strike them down before they wander off into the woods. Yep, let's go get them. Thank you for your help, but in light of what we have witnessed, I think it best we call it the ceremony for now. Siuna says, spirits of opposing elements are the most dire of omens. The discord between them would prevent our prayers from reaching to the gods. And this would not have happened were he not here. We may try again on the morrow, but he cannot be allowed to attend. Sister, please, he is our guest, hand-picked by Master Laniel. My apologies. It seems your attendance was not meant to be. Would you go and inform Master Laniel of what happened? We must remain here and clear the altar. Anything else? We will not be long, I promise. Siuna's not happy. Going the right way? I do not know. My bird is noisy. Back so soon. What did the ceremony? Fire and ice. Thank goodness they were not hurt. It is never too late to begin the ceremony anew, but I fear the source of our troubles is not to do with the spirits. Alright, seeing eye to eye. That is not a quest for, an ether current. Let's see how much farther we gotta go south. Let's figure out how to go south. Honestly, I think we ought to go to Slitherbow. Hello, friends. Thank you for joining the cat crew. We are in Shadowbringers. We're getting up to the Katana Ravel. And now I'm working on getting one more these are current. 590 yalms to the east. I think we better go through here and go out the other direction. I believe we will have a dungeon coming up shortly. $216 yalms to the northeast. Okay. I discovered a new location. Since my mark to the northwest. Oh, there you are. What am I looking for anyway? I'm looking for Pachamama, who supposedly is not too far from here. I'm not going to look over long for it. Ooh. I'll look for him another time. They'll show up. Or she, as the case may be. Alright. Let's go tackle Katana Ravel. I've done this dungeon enough that I know it fairly well, but there's still some mechanics in there that are a little confusing. Y'shtola says, "This had better work. I have no wish to return to the Great Pyramid." Either do I, since you made me climb all the stairs. And Philia says, "I can't imagine what could have survived in there after so many years." Thancred says, "After you, my friend." Thanks, Thancred. Eorzea says, "At long last, the time hath come to find out what wonders yet remain at the heart of Ronka." Okay. Finally, we can learn what's inside, it says. You can feel the ether flowing through the door. A gentle push may be all that's required. Y'shtola says, "Our earlier efforts were not in vain, it seems." Stay on your guard, Gav. We know not what awaits us inside. Okay, the Katana Ravel is now accessible. Alright. We can do this with a party of NPCs. Yeah, I want...
Victory will be ours!
My turn. Our fates are not yet sealed.
Yeah, let's go with these guys. Oh, but wait, there's more of them. A bonus will be awarded for first-time completion of this duty. Wait, what does my book say? This is level 75. I'm not gonna get any credit for it. I'll get a second chance sticker since I'm the newbie. Do these guys have anything to say? No. Okay. Okay, so you want to be behind these rocks so you don't get hit like, you know, the other ones just did. Wherever the lines are coming from is what's going to hit you. So let's come on over this side. Back here. Come hide behind these rocks now. Oh, he died before we could do anything, before we had to dodge anything else. That's good. I have, like, new skills on my bar, and I, like, don't know how to use them. I got time to look around here. I really enjoy going with a group of other players, but when you're going through the dungeon the first time, I really like to have the opportunity to just kind of take a moment and enjoy it, you know?
Be gone! Guitari Descent. You don't want to pull this into the next encounter, by the way. It's a temptation for some tanks to take it into the next area. That's usually a recipe for disaster.
Away with you!
Hey, what she said. Maybe on that side there. Yep, yep. Although they don't seem to be moving, so I don't know if it doesn't bother them or what. Alright. Next boss is coming up. Okay, we don't want to be on the side where the light is. And we don't want to be on the side where his, you know, camera up skill there is about ready to go off there. Wondering how they were going to handle that. Oh, I let my dot drop off. Hooray! We did it! We did it! So you gotta watch these statues and his arm. I mean, it does really look like giant camera up, don't you think? Pokemon. My man tanking for you. That's right. That's right. Thank you, tanking, man. Did I tell my daughter to stay away from him? Have you ever tried to tell your daughter to do something? You know how well it goes.
Prepare yourself.
Snakes. Why does it always have to be snakes? Gloves are off. An unsettling cry rings through the area. It's never good when you hear unsettling cries in the middle of a haunted dungeon, right? Hey, Thancred, go pick him up. The Knight of Ixtlaqua.
Prepare yourself.
What do you mean it's not in range? I'm standing right in freaking front of it. Oh, good lord, this game. Sometimes the targeting on this is so bizarre. Target's not in range. Oh, because I'm standing like 2 degrees off center. Oh my god. Horned iguana. Headdress of scouting. If you like the, I'm growing a feather out of my head look, sure. Oh, here's something. Bat squatch. that such a beast could survive down here all this time. That means it's really bad. Now these towers are going to fall down. But happily the AI knows the correct place to stand. So, in this case I'd recommend standing fairly close to the scions. Yeah, we did it! Ooh, I learned Zanshin. I don't know what that is. Zanshin delivers an attack to all enemies in a cone before you with a potency of 940 for the first enemy and 40% less for all remaining enemies. Can only be executed under the effect of Zanshin Ready. I don't know where Zanshin ended up at. If this is a skill that I wonder if there's a skill that turns into Zanshin. I don't know. I'll stick it in my bar and figure it out later.
gone!
Alright, we made it. Let's keep going. But wait, there's more enemies. Let's bring these all back to Thancred. Thank you.
Away with you!
Prepare yourself! Prepare yourself!
Forgiven Violence is the name of these orangutans. Oh, this reminds me. Jane Goodall passed away not too long ago. A couple weeks ago, maybe? Famous for her work with primates. Absolutely brilliant woman. If you have never kind of checked out her works, definitely check her out. I think her work completely reshaped how we do things. Alright, let's watch our cutscene here. Sorry for the bumping here. Eros is the name of this Light Warden. I don't think I want Eros Skreek for love. I don't think so. Alright. There's some times we're going to have to move back and forth and take things away from the party. So let's jump in and see what happens. I'm going to put my dot on him right away. Trying to pay attention to positionals here, but... See how he's taking that away? He's taking that line away. Okay, they're all going that way. I believe we will go the same way. Alright, that's gonna push us. We want to push it out of... We don't want to be in these poison piles here. I'm gonna stretch that line so it's purple instead of red arrows there. Okay. Otherwise, he'd take a crap ton more damage. I used arm's length on that so I didn't get pushed. Okay, I gotta run that. See how it's arrows? LB. take that away. We did it! We didn't die! Oh, no ear wiggle of joy there. So the Warden of the Wood falls, and thus doth the night return. That Light Warden, that was terrifying. Good, keep that memory with you. That scares you? Good. Remember that. No. Yeah. She was, I think, what, her 80s or 90s. Okay, those look kind of weird, but alright. Chest wrap of healing. That actually is not too bad looking. Probably look better on a girl. Alright, Gav's absorbing all that light. And the night sky returns.
The Light Warden is dead. The Blessed's prayers have been answered.
Aye, that they have.
His condition yet troubleth thee?
It does. Though he shows no immediate signs of corruption, the danger remains. He must be told. Would you describe it to me, Eorzea? Paint for me a picture with your words.
A sea of shimmering stars. Diamonds strewn across a raven gown. Boundless and beautiful. 'Tis an exquisite sight, not unlike that of the source. Calm and gentle and forgiving.
I can see it.
Nicely done, Eorzea.
For however deep the void or wide the expanse, there is no shore so distant as to be beyond the reach of light. Ominous though that may sound, given our present travails.
So, for however deep that, the void between the worlds or wide the expanse, there's no shore so distant that light can't reach it. Although, ominous that might sound considering our present work, right? Difficulties.
Well fought. Let us return home.
She just slapped him on the ass, man. That was great. I forgot all about that one.
The murals. If I am not mistaken, they predate the Empire.
How can you tell?
A peculiarity of the paint. Most are made from mineral-based pigments, but whatever was used here is older than anything I have ever seen. According to Almet, this sanctuary was built to preserve the wisdom of the ancients. What events do these murals commemorate, I wonder?
Must
Here's
you
our buddy.
always linger after defeating your enemies? Navigating these halls on foot is exhausting.
Oh, how terrible for you, Emmett. You might have to walk more than 20 feet.
Come to lead us to safety, have you?
I was bored. But how is the hero of the hour? Fighting fit, I see. Keep up the good work.
You're plotting something.
Every hour of every day. But never you mind about that. As I have told you 1,000 times before, I like to watch. Nothing more.
Do we really believe that? He's happy that Gav is absorbing this Light Warden energy.
Well, I would quit this place and I suggest you do the same. There is yet work to be done. Ah, there is a sight to bring a tear to the eye.
When's the last time we think Emmett Silk has actually ever cried?
You recognize these scenes?
That I do. Indeed, there was a time when anyone and everyone would.
Trying to catch the strains of the music there.
Until one calamitous day when the world was divided across 10 and 3 reflections, sundering the land and all who dwelled upon it. And the worst part? No one could remember it. Not really. Just fragments and fleeting memories of an achingly familiar world. A vision shared of a paradise lost. preserved only in song and scripture and paint. Once upon a time. Yet here we find ourselves again, to look, learn, and remember.
Then share with us the stories you know so well. We are listening.
Before the Great Sundering, there was one world. A world that knew naught but peace and prosperity. Until it was faced with a crisis. Unprecedented, terrifying. Civilization found itself perched upon a precipice, staring into oblivion.
I don't know if that crisis is ever made clear. Maybe an Endwalker.
But through prayer and sacrifice, the will of the star was made manifest. Zodiac was his name, and by his grace was the calamity averted.
And everybody's going, Zodiac?
A savior mighty and magnificent, deserving of reverence and gratitude. One would have thought, yet some thought otherwise. From the fears of these naysayers would rise Hydaelyn, she who was to serve as his shackles, to bind him and hold him in check. And so they fought, and they fought, and they fought, and in the end, Hydaelyn was victorious. With all her strength, she smote him, dealing a blow so devastating that it split the very fabric of reality. And thus was Zodiac banished and his being divided. That concludes today's lesson on long-forgotten history. Though I imagine your mother would offer a rather contradictory account, as is her wont.
I'm sorry, I can only assume I misheard. But it sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiac and Hydaelyn are not gods. Well,
What? Not gods of the first? Is that what you thought these paintings depicted? Or... Oh. Oh. They are gods after a fashion, yes. But no different from the kind with which you are so intimately acquainted. Formed of faith and prayer, of conviction and devotion. The eldest and most powerful of primals.
Oh no.
You have spun quite a tale.
Everybody's going, WTF. Wait, Hydaelyn's a primal?
Yet you have not explained the role of the Ascians in all of this. How is it you are privy to ancient secrets lost to time?
Finally you asked the right question. And shrewd questions warrant honest answers.
And then Kev's going, are you actually going to give us one?
We Ascians know because it is our history, our story. It was we who summoned Zodiac, we natives of that sundered paradise.
It's like, wait, what?
Now, do you see why we yearn for the great rejoining? For our world. For our people. For all creation to be made whole again.
Unfortunately, making it whole again would mean destroying the lives of every single person on the other shards.
Wouldn't you wish for the same?
Sometimes we can't get back what was. I did. Goodbye. Notice he doesn't do palms out, because I think that is considered a rude gesture in Japan. Then Phileas says, Thancred did tell me about primals, but I don't fully understand what all of this means. Thancred said, the eldest and most powerful of primals. Gods, if that were Heidelin's origin, then that would make... No. Or then what would that make? No, no, I will not take the words of an Ascian on trust. Has to be a lie. Yeah, right? Urianger says, 'Tis oft said truth is a matter of perspective, yet upon this matter, there can be but one truth. I only pray it is not his. Emmett Selk is ever known for telling half-truths or lies by omission. Ishtola says, that was an enlightening experience, though not in the way I had hoped. Do you suppose there is any truth in Emmett Selk's claims? I think there's probably partially true. Alright, we can fly now in Rak'tika. Oh, thank you, God. Have anything else? Ishtola wears a haunted expression. Emmett Selk's words have clearly found their mark. I would be feeling the same. Though recent events plainly warrant further discussion, I think it best that we wait until Alfino and the others are present. Emmett Selk included. How convenient that he should choose this moment to keep to the shadows. Well, no matter. For the present, we should return to Fanau and make certain of the Yomoran's withdrawal. After that Slitherbow, the Blessed are no doubt elated by what has become of the sky. Okay. Let's go back to Fanau. Umet says, what has happened to the sky? I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, we got nighttime. Simon said, the sky, it's beautiful. Alma says, you are returned and unarmed, I see. Ishtola says, indeed, I am pleased to report that the Light Warden is no more, thanks in large part to you. Ahmed says, after the death of a single Sin Eater, or that the death of a single Sin Eater should make such a difference. As our numbers waned, so too did our hope that the ruins we have devoted our lives to guarding would ever find purpose. Yet here you are, the allies for whom we have waited these many centuries, and with your arrival came the chance to pass on our legacy, the ancient wisdom of the Empire. That alone would have been a reward enough. Never did we imagine it would serve to banish the light that pervaded these woods. On behalf of the V's, our forebears, and the late Emperor of Runka, you have our deepest thanks. Yev's going, oh, that's really cool, man. Stola says, It is we who should be thanking you. Our journey through the Katana Ravel proved most enlightening. To be privy to such knowledge is an honor, one for which we never hoped. Simon, please, you need not be so humble. Ahmed says, we but do our duty as decreed by the late Emperor. Would that he were still with us to express his gratitude in person. Ahmed says, but sister, does that not mean our duty is fulfilled? Ahmed, to our allies perhaps, but the ruins cannot be left unguarded. As long as we live here in the woods, the secrets of Rak'tika must not fall into the wrong hands. They're going, yeah, okay. Minfilia says, is Runar still here? Ahmed says, no, we escorted him back to Slitherbough shortly after you set out. If you would return to the Knights Blessed, we will not keep you any longer. I suspect they would be glad of your company. She's going, yeah. Ishtal says, thank you, Ahmed. I look forward to a day when we might share a more leisurely visit to the ruins of Rak'tika. Ahmed says, we will await your return then. We're going away. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye. You have anything else? Should you have need of the wisdom of Rak'tika again, you know where to find us. Be it a year from now or 10, we look forward to your return. Simon says, perhaps someday we will visit your home instead. That would be really cool. Alright, folks. My voice has reached its limit. So unfortunately, I have to leave it here for you. And I thank you all for coming and joining us. This was a lot of fun. I should have another video up. The Stormblood video just released last night, so if you want to catch up on the Stormblood stuff, check that out. Let's get to our catch-up. Sadly, Jakey did not come to visit us tonight. He's 15 years old, and so he sleeps a lot more lately. He's an old boy. Alright, since we're coming up on Halloween soon, here's one. What do cats wear on Halloween night? Pajamas. Pajamas. Okay. If you can help us out, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that jazz. The Solo Duty School series is going on. I'm going to try and get another one in there. If you have a particular solo duty that you found especially difficult, let me know and I'll try and prioritize that. There are certain ones like the Nadam that I found personally very difficult to complete without having some, basic knowledge. But if there's any ones you found particularly difficult, let me know and I'll try and get those solo duties up. They take a little longer for me because I try and, point out specific areas that you have to dodge and, the mechanics that you're looking for in detail. So they take a little bit longer for me to make, but I want to make sure that, we've got some things to do. The particular solo duties that I hated doing are the ones where they turn you into another player. Like, here, play a healer. I never play a healer. I have no idea what to do. So those ones were especially difficult. And I imagine vice versa for, somebody who doesn't play some other, role might find it difficult. Anyway, so I'll work on getting those up. We'll continue the Gavtia series. He's getting through Stormblood. We're starting to get into the cool parts with Lord Hien coming up. I'm really looking forward to the end of that, where we get to the Lord Hien interactions with Asahi, because the verbal swordplay is magnificent. It's great. They could cut each other with verbal daggers. It's wonderful. All right, and there's anything else in particular you want to see, let me know. The Gavtia stories are all in playlist. The Solar Duty School is in a playlist. Some of the other videos are in a separate playlist, like I did the latest Dawn Trail story releases and put that in a separate playlist because Tyrius did those. Gav, there's no way for Gav to reach him yet. And that'll do it for us. So MamaCatGamer is going to sign out. You have a great one, cats and kittens. Join the cat crew. Have a great one. Happy Halloween in advance.